Good morning. How are you? Today we will continue our grammar, present perfect continuous or present perfect progressive. Okay. Yesterday we talked about present perfect continuous when we use the present perfect continuous and the affirmative form, negative form, and the question form. So, present perfect continuous, we say that we use the present perfect continuous to talk about actions or situations that started in the past and are still in progress or still up to now, until to now. إذن حكينا المضارع التام المستمر يتحدث عن حدث أو فعل أو حالة بدأت في الماضي, so it started in the past and ما زالت مستمرة إلى الآن. For example, he has been learning English for 5 years. He is still learning English. Okay, and we say that when we talk about actions or situations that recently stopped but they still have a present result. حكينا عن يتحدث أيضا عن حدث أو فعل انتهى حديثا ولكن ما زالت النتيجة ظاهرة. And when we talk about repeated actions started in the past up to now, not an action in progresses, يعني هي تحدث عن أفعال متكررة بدأت في الماضي وما زالت مستمرة, like she has been playing the piano since she was 4. Now let's see how we form the question. كيف بنعمل the question form. The question form start with verb to have اللي هي have or has. Have with plural pronoun. have بتاخد have بتاخد they, we, you, I, and has with he, she, و it. Then come اللي هي auxiliary verb been, then the main verb with ing. For example, have they, إذن have they. Why have not has? Because they it's a plural. ليش حطينا have مش has؟ إنه they هي جمع they. Been the verb is play, we add ing to the verb playing. So he start playing in the past and is still playing up to now. إذن هو كان يلعب في الماضي وما زال يلعب. Okay, how we answer the question. كيف بنجاوب على هذا الأسئلة القصيرة. Short answers اللي هي with yes or no. Yes, she, he, it has, or yes, they, we, you have. But no, hasn't and haven't. So hasn't and haven't, it's abbreviations for have, not and has not. إذا حكينا هي اختصار ل have not و has not. Look at the example. Have you been cooking? Yes, we have. Has he been working? Look at the pictures. No, he is lying. Then no, he hasn't. We said that how long. We use how long. How long for the questions. So the questions start with how long. We say that how long used to ask about periods of time. نستخدم how long للسؤال عن period of time. مد من الوقت. How long has she been listening to music? And with the following time expressions, we say that this is the key word. Recently, lately, since, for, all day, all morning. Now let's talk about for and since. For and since, it's a key word for present perfect continuous. So when we use for, when we use since, متى بنستخدم for, متى بنستخدم since. We often use for, عادة نستخدم for and since with the present perfect tense. عادة بنستخدمهم بالمضارع التام. We use for، إذا نستخدم for to talk about period of time، مدة من الوقت. But we don't exactly when this actions happen. ما بنعرف بالضبط متى حدث هذا الفعل، هو حدث في هذه المدة من الوقت. For example 5 minutes, 2 weeks, 6 years, a long time، مدة طويلة. And since it's talk about a point in past time، بتتحدث عن نقطة محددة في الوقت الماضي اللي هي 9 o'clock for example. حددت الوقت الساعة 9. 1st January، أول من January، Monday. So we use since with weeks, month, and مثلا since I was born, since I left the school. بنحدد we point in past time since عيد الأضحى, since عيد الفطر. This is the examples. For we use for period of time اللي هي for examples 20 minutes, 3 days, 6 months, 4 years. Look, we can say that we use for with number and word، يعني نستخدمها بيجي بعدها رقم وكلمة. 3 years, 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 centuries، قرنين، a long time, and forever. Look at since, a point in past time when the action began، متى بدأ الحدث. Look، إذا متى بدأ الحدث في الماضي، متى بدأ الحدث في الماضي بنحكي since 6 p.m. Monday، إذا حكينا أيام الأسبوع. January for examples الأشهر. The years السنوات. Since I was born منذ أن ولدت. So for معناها لمدة، since معناها منذ أن ولدت، منذ أن غادرت المدرسة، منذ عيد الأضحى اللي هي since عيد الأضحى، since عيد الفطر، since the Christmas. إذن منذ. Look at the examples. I have been studying. Look at I. It's a plural. So it's take have, auxiliary verb been. The verb study, we add ing to the verb study. For, we use for, not since. Why? Because we have 3 hours. A period of time, مدة من الوقت. I have been watching TV since 7 p.m. حددنا point of past time. حددنا الوقت. Chara hasn't, because the subject is singular، الفاعل مفرد. شو أخذ عنا؟ has، و it's a negative hasn't. إذا it's abbreviation، اختصار ل has not. Feeling well for 2 weeks. Since March, it's a name of month، اسم شهر. He has been playing football for a long time. And he has been living in Bangkok since he left school. I hope you are understand. إن شاء الله will send you a worksheet. إن شاء الله رح نبعت ورقة عمل، رح نبعت تلخيصها إن شاء الله، ونحل أسئلة عليها.